guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm of course Mark from Wandering Souls, if you didn't know already. Back at you with a new collection update. This time I got some CDs to show you guys, like 11 CDs. Going genres everywhere again, so probably is some stuff in for everyone. First things first, thank you all for subscribing, guys. I've seen that my subscriber count grew a little again, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. It will help the channel out, and yeah, definitely will be in support of all these fantastic bands I talk about. So anyways, without further ado, let's go into it. First thing first, also we're listening to Tyrant with Grimoires, Japanese black metal. If you have seen my Stonehenge video, then you know that I bought that there. So yeah, that's what I'm spinning right now. Sounds fantastic. Really happy to have it. So first one up is a rebuy for me actually, and this is Alice Cooper with The Lost Temptation. His 1994 album. It's the album that came after Hey Stupid, which was released in 1991. Really enjoyed this album. This is not super heavy album, but it's a really decent hard rock album. I really enjoy it. Some fantastic tracks on here, and yeah, it's really nice revisit. I saw this for a couple of years. I thought, well, have to be in my collection again. It's been such a long time that I have spun this, so yeah, fantastic album. Let's show a bit of the CD here, and the booklet is like a full out thingy. It's really cool. It has all the lyrics and stuff in there, and also on the back there is a little comic book here thingy. So it's really cool to read while listening to the music. It's a second-hand copy, but it was in decent enough condition, so I thought let's pick this one up. Nothing wrong with that if you like Alice Cooper. This is definitely up your alley. This is a typical Alice Cooper album. So definitely not one of these ones. So next up is a CD from Burning Hatreds, and this is called Unleashed, and this is an Dutch old school death metal band. I think this is yeah, it's on a label, but it's on a small label, let's put it that way. Picked this up also second hand, really cheap, so I thought let's do it. There's a little crack in here, so I think I have to replace the case here, but overall it's in decent enough condition. The inside has lyrics, and this is the back of the booklet, all the credits and stuff. Yeah, typical old school death metal, nothing new in the vein. If you like the old school Swedish stuff and bands, then you definitely will like this. You definitely can tell already on the logo. It's a little bit into the lookalike logo, so you kind of know where this is going. Overall, pretty nice. Yeah, need to hear more material from them. I think the newer material is even better than this, but yeah, it's really nice. This is an old release from the band. Yeah, really nice album. Really nice to find this cheap there, second hand. So I thought let's grab that. It's sweaty like hell here, but we're going on and on. Next up, another rebuy, of course. Garage Inc. by Metallica. I was in the mood to listen to some cover songs. I didn't want to put on the Garage Inc. Days Revisited EP I have on vinyl. I just wanted to put on a CD, but I don't have a CD copy of that, so decided to pick up this one for a couple of euros. It was not really expensive, so I still remember I had this one back in the day. I was still lying on bed, and when this came out, I had something with my knee, so I was fully yeah, let's put it in a way, I as dependent on what everybody gave me food and everything. I didn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. So I was lying in the living room on a bed with all a bandage, and you know how that goes. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff back in the day going on. But I remember a pal had bought this for me back in the day. He went to the local record store and bought it for me. It's a really nice revisit. It's an album that I have spun back in the day pretty a lot. Definitely like the cover songs. Of course, the original cover songs that was on the EP itself are also in here on disc 2. That's the stuff I wanted to hear, especially back in the day, because it was really cool stuff. Jason used to just come in, etc., etc. It was a really cool EP. When I first heard it, it was the first time I heard that EP back in the day, and I really enjoyed it. And now more tracks on here that was really cool. But also some live versions of cover songs, etc. But the first disc was all new covers from different kind of music, kind of bands. I didn't like every cover on here, but there was things from Black Sabbath on here, Merciful Fate, and the kind of bands that I really enjoyed those covers. So yeah, the track listing is here, so you can see which songs are on here. So yeah, really cool to have this. It's a double disc, so just gonna show you both here. Really nice to listen so now and then. It's not a thing that I will put everything but every time, but it's something that I'm in the mood for, some cover songs. It's really nice. It's just after the load period recorded, Load and Reload. I think this came out in 98 and Load and Reload were 95, 96 I think. So yeah, a really detailed booklet as well, and explanations and etc. A lot of pictures from the recording session, so they took care of this release. They definitely want to put some effort into this. Like I said, it's an album that is not gonna get regular spins, but I like some tunes from it, and yeah, when I'm in the mood, I will spin this. Yeah, Motorhead cover is cool, Thin Lizzy cover is cool, Merciful Fate, of course Black Sabbath. It was really too cool to hear all this stuff again after such a long time, because it's been a really long time that I spun this album actually. So and sometimes you feel the need to grab back in your past, and definitely reminded me of that period I was there with my leg. Had an accident, and my knee, you know, did a bit like that out of the yeah, kind of gruesome, but yeah, it all came okay after that. But yeah, really nice, weird period, but I really loved spinning back in the day, and it's a really nice return. I think this is definitely more than 10 years at least that I spun this, so I think even more. So it's really nice revisit. Next up, an album from Pearl Jam versus an album that is overlooked a lot because it's overshadowed by the first album from the band, 10 of course, which was a fantastic album. So not only a lot of people dived into this album because it was a bit different, but definitely has some really nice tunes on here, and I don't know why this album is so much overlooked. It's a pretty decent album. I think I never had this on CD actually, or did I? I don't know. Maybe I did, but I can't recall. But yeah, it's a great album. Not my favorite album from the band, but it comes close. I really enjoy this album. So Definitely love to have this in my collection again. Yeah, definitely this album needs more attention. I don't know why it didn't get that much attention, because everybody otherwise, and then everybody into 10 of course, because of the big hits that are on there. And yeah, I can understand why of course, but they have more albums. Pearl Jam is a fantastic band, they still are active, and definitely need to pick up more from these guys. It's been a while I've spun that kind of music as well. But slowly I'm retouching, of re-listening some old material that I haven't listened for a really long time, and this buys like this for really cheap come in handy. Couple of euros, you can't go wrong here. Next up is this album from Frehley, and this is called Spaceman. Frehley is of course known as ex-member from Kiss, the famous original guitar player. This is a solo album, one of his solo albums actually. But if you like Kiss, then you definitely will like. It's kind of a bit in the same vein that hard rock band did. Of course, only Ace sings himself and not Paul or Gene. So, but yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this album. Pretty nice listen. And again, a really easy grip. I don't think this is an original press, because I remember there was not a really a single CD version out there. I think there were LP version with CD and a digipack version or something, but not a standalone jewel case. So I think this is a bootleg, might be, but I don't really care actually. I didn't spend too much money on it, so I have the album. It sounds great, look great, good condition. Nothing wrong with this price, but it's a pretty decent album. But there are original copies out there, of course. So if you want to grab an original copy, please do so. But a really nice visit. Yeah, great art rock. Another great hard rock album, Purpendicular by Deep Purple. This is their 96 album, I think, or 98, something like that. 96, I think. It came after The Bell Rages On, I think, in the 90s. It's not their best album, but it's a really nice listen. Yeah, what can I say about Deep Purple that you don't know already? So it's a well-known band. I prefer Battle Rages On, but this is definitely different. Really great album as well. So go check it out. So let's take a look at the booklet. It's like that fold-out thing again, of course, but was really a lot of done in the 90s. Lyrics, and the back looks like this, some pictures and whatnot. But this is an original copy, no bootleg. But this is fantastic. It's a good album, let's put it that way. Like I said, I prefer the album prior to this, but this is definitely a good album. Nothing wrong with this. Purpendicular. We can't butcher that. Why this difficult title, but yeah, Deep Purple. And then I bought 2 reissues from Black Sabbath. First one up is of course the well-known Heaven and Hell. Mark, didn't you have that album already? Yes, I had the jewel case version. Well, I bought this too for 15 euros, and it has a lot of bonus material on here. That's the reason I bought it, and I knew my sister was looking at jewel case version from that album. So what did I do? I bought these two and gave the jewel case to my sister, so she had the album also, and she was really happy with it. So but yeah, do this for this release. A lot of bonus material, like I said. And of course, there's the regular album, and then disc 2 is all live versions, stuff like that. You know, a lot of live material on here, as you guys can see. So it's really cool. Really worked out that version as well. I think there's a booklet also with it. Just gonna show you that quickly. And it has a lot of liner notes and things like that. You know, it's well taken care of, the issue. Changes were done by the BMG, and most of the time they do a pretty good job in reissuing stuff. Newspaper articles and liner notes and pictures and whatnot. You know, it's really taken care of. Album itself, of course, a well-known album. The first one with Ronnie James Dio on vocals. Yeah, really decent album. I think even one of the last one with Bill Ward, in this session. This was released in 1980, I think. Yeah, fantastic album, definitely classic. Children of the Sea, Neon Nights, you know, Lady Evil, Heaven and Hell. Yeah, all great stuff. And then of course, Mob Rules, the follow-up. Second album with Ronnie on vocals, and this one is also a lot of bonus material, as you guys can see. This one is a bit less familiar to me, so I have to spin this one a bit more to get familiarized with this album. This was released in 1981. So it's a bit less known album to me, but same deal here. Also 2 discs with a lot of bonus tracks, and also comes with a kind of booklet here. Again, a lot of line notes and pictures, all already taken care of stuff. So really decent. I think the lineup change was a lineup change. Well, all the drummer here, I think. Yeah, Vinny Epichet is on drums here. So Bill Ward was out of the band by this time. So awesome stuff. Definitely 2 albums to have in your collection. Fantastic band, fantastic albums. So let's have a nip of the drink here. Next up is an album to support a band from the Netherlands. I've been eyeballing on this album for a wee while because it's already out for 2 years, but never came around to it. And bluntly, there was like a sponsored message every time on Facebook on this for some kind of reason to buy this because it was priced down. I thought, okay, let's dive in right now. I didn't come around to it, but this is Dear Mother with their debut album Bulletproof, released in 2021. Dutch metal band. It's kind of a mixture of metalcore, alternative metal, progressive metal, and let's say symphonic metal. Kind of that mishmash. Male singer who does clean and harsh vocals. Really great singer. Really good clean vocals with a lot of emotive feelings to his expressions, to how he sings. If you don't know this band, this is the band, a new band for Merel Bechtold, and she was in The Lane. If you know that band, she also was in Mayan, Purest of Pain. She was in. It's definitely a great guitar player. The drums are done by Joey de Boer, who was also in The Lane back in the day, so they knew each other for a long time. And they searched for a singer that became David Peer, or David Haruski, which is his real name. And like I said, that kind of music, it's really good, catchy songs, great lyrics. Yeah, there's not a real song on here that I think is boring. It's just, if you listen to a whole album at once, it's got great vibe going on. But I definitely have some favorites. Vertigo is great. 12 Years in Exile. Eye for an Eye is great. Symbiosis, Satellite. Great tracks on this. Go check it out. There is some electronic elements to it as well. Overall, the CD go like this CD, and then it becomes with, of course, a sticker, and then there's a kind of a card for every time you order that from them. You get a stamp, and with the full card you get a discount of 15 euros. But I'm not there yet. That's the first thing I ordered from them, so it's a lot of. These are all the crowdfunders, because this album was made of crowdfunding. That's how the album came together. This is not on a label or anything, it's just done by the band themselves. So you can buy it on their Bandcamp website or wherever what it is, and you get it straight from the bands. Here are the members. Here's Merel, of course. David is here, and there is Joey. And we'll taken care of all lyrics, etc. There are also a couple of music videos from this album as well, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and discover a new band. Really decent stuff. Definitely a band to look into if you like. They mentioned genres. Hopefully they're gonna make a second album, because this album is already at least 2 years ago, so it's about time. But you never know what happens. I don't know if they're gonna do it themselves or a label. Just the future will bring. I don't know. Maybe Meryl can tell us that. But fantastic album. Go check it out. Dear Mother with Bulletproof. Over to the last two releases. I bought these in Tilburg at Sounds record store. We visited Tilburg not so long ago to visit a friend of my girlfriend, and together with her we went to the Tilburgse Kermis, which is one of the biggest in Europe. Yeah, what is Kermis? It's not really a word in English for, but it's a fun park with a lot of different kinds of stuff, haunted houses, fun houses, shooting tents where you can shoot for prizes, some kind of grabbing machines where you can get prizes out. You see a lot in Japan, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things to do there, let's put it that way. There's a roller coaster and a lot of things like that, you know. And then spread to all out the city. It's a moving thing, and every year it comes back to Tilburg and has a lot of that stuff throughout the city center. Anyways, so we had a lot of great time there. I had a great dinner afterwards as well, and a great restaurant. But before we went to the friend, we visited Sounds. I didn't have a lot of time. I think I had a half an hour or so to be quick to move through all of those. But I have to say, Sounds in Tilburg has a really nice metal collection. If you are a metalhead and you want to visit a good record store with a lot of metal, Sounds has a lot of it. So I managed to grab 3 things. The other one will be in a Japanese update, so that you see that albums you don't see there. The other 2 are here. First one off is Borknagar's Quintessence, which is this one. It's an album I was not having in my collection yet, as original had a copied one from back in the day. I thought let's pull let's buy the original one. This is original first press as well on Century Media. Totally glad to have this. Yeah, great progressive Viking black metal. I don't know how you want to call this, but it's really good stuff. It's not your straightforward black metal, it's definitely more to it, let's put it that way. And it has ICX Vortex on vocals as well. Great singer. And he later was going into Demo Borknagar, if you guys remember that name. So it's really nice to find this, and it was pretty cheap as well. I think I paid €6 or something for this, so it was really cheap. It was a second-hand copy, but in really good condition, so I didn't really bother to grab this one. So fantastic album, great Norwegian band Borknagar. Check them out if you are not familiar with them yet. You like a bit more than that straightforward black metal. It's definitely your thing. And the last one is a self-titled album from Dr. Butcher, which is this album. And if you're not familiar with this is the band John Oliver from Sabotage formed when he left, after he left Sabotage in the 90s. They only did one album, I think it was this one, and this is also a first press, so I was really surprised to find it there. Really cheap as well, so I thought grab this. I won't find this for that cheap. So but it's also heavy metal if you like early Sabotage, so without more theatrical things they Sabotage became to be, so a bit for that, then you will enjoy this. I think it's really good stuff. Also contains Christopher Caffrey, which is also became a Sabotage member, on guitar, and two other members, John Osborne and Brian Gregory, which are not really ringing a bell here who those guys are, but they are completing the lineup. And it's an old pressing, first pressing, so I'm really glad to have this fantastic album. If you don't know this project yet, and you're a fan of Sabotage, go check it out. Fantastic band, go check them. So that's it, guys. That's my update. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you see some snippets here, some editing things, yeah, I had to edit some things here in this video, so that happened. Anyways, I got some interruptions, to put it that way. But overall, really nice stack of albums. Go check it out. I will name them in the description, so you can check all these albums out. And let me know, guys, what you think of them. Are you familiar with them or not, or whatever? Yeah, good stuff. And yeah, nothing more to say, so I hope to see you guys with my next video. There will be more updates and stuff like that, reaction videos and other things, so a lot of stuff to come. Thank you all for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and see you guys next video. Thank you, take care, and keep it metal.